NATO on Sunday pledged open-ended military support for Ukraine. This happened as Finland hailed its historic bid to join the NATO alliance, and Sweden's ruling party said it backed a joint membership application. The promise came after Finland abandoned decades of military non-alignment, redrawing the balance of power in Europe and annoying the Kremlin. On the ground in Ukraine, Russia announced airstrike in the east and in Lviv in the west as Western intelligence predicted its campaign in eastern Ukraine would stall amid heavy losses and fierce resistance. At a meeting of NATO foreign ministers in Berlin, Germany's Annalena Baerbock said it would provide military assistance for as long as Ukraine needs this support for the self-defense of its country. Ukraine can win this war. Ukrainians are bravely defending their homeland, NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg added. Sweden's ruling party said it was in favor of joining NATO just hours after Finland's announcement. Stoltenberg said the alliance would look to provide Sweden and Finland with interim security guarantees while the applications are processed. In Germany, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said he heard almost across the board very strong support for the bids despite misgivings from Turkey. Turkey has accused both Sweden and Finland of harboring Kurdish extremists, but Stoltenberg said it was not blocking their membership and was confident of finding common ground. Russia insists the Nordic nations have nothing to fear. In apparent retaliation, it has pulled the plug on electricity supplies to Finland, with which it shares a 1,300-kilometer border. On the battlefield, Russia's defense ministry claimed it had struck 4 artillery munitions depots in the Donetsk area in eastern Ukraine. Airstrikes had also destroyed 2 missile launching systems and radar, while 15 Ukrainian drones were downed around Donetsk and Lugansk, it added. In Lviv, near the Polish border, 4 Russian missiles hit military infrastructure near the border with Poland, said reports. No casualties were reported, and Ukrainian armed forces said they destroyed 2 cruise missiles over the region. Lviv was last hit by Russian missiles on May 3rd. UK defense chiefs said Russia's offensive in the eastern Donbas region had lost momentum. Demoralized Russian troops had failed to make substantial gains, and Moscow's battle plan was significantly behind schedule, UK defense intelligence said. It added that Russia may have lost 1/3 of the ground combat forces it committed in February and was unlikely to dramatically accelerate its advance in the next 30 days. Reliable casualty figures have been hard to come by, with Ukraine and Russia regularly publishing claims of enemy dead. Kiev says its troops have killed nearly 20,000 Russian troops. Moscow on March 25th said its forces had killed at least 14,000 Ukrainian military personnel. But both figures are widely suspected to be inflated and have not been verified. Russia said in late March that some 1,351 of its troops had been killed. A senior NATO military official estimated at the same time that between 7,000 and 15,000 Russian soldiers could have been killed in the fighting up to that point. Russia has increasingly turned its attentions to eastern Ukraine after failing to capture the capital Kyiv. Western leaders have predicted a drawn-out war of attrition stretching into next year. But Ukrainian commanders have been more upbeat and expect a turning point by August. Now we will have to wait and see whether NATO chiefs' hope about Ukraine will come true.